I left Destiny 2 because I felt like the game was dying. I had played that game for years. I made content on it. I had thousands of hours in it. 3,000 on Steam, probably another 2,000 on the battle.net launcher. Some of my IRL friends played with me all the time, but eventually I just got tired of waiting for the game to turn around, so I left. I came back to ESO and I started making videos again. I found a great couple groups. My channel started growing again. I was having more fun gaming than I'd had in a long time. And now Microsoft just laid off a huge chunk of the people making ESO. The roadmap has changed. The Warden update I was already planning content around got pushed back, and I have this really uncomfortable feeling. I've been here before. Now, before everybody gets mad at me, I'm not saying ESO is shutting down tomorrow. I don't think that. Honestly, the servers could probably stay up for years. Destiny's servers stayed up too. That's kind of my point. A game doesn't have to shut down to start dying. Sometimes it just gets smaller. Less content, longer waits, less confidence in what's coming next. So people leave. The people who stay keep saying, the game's not dead. And they're right. It's not yet. I heard that with Destiny for years. For a long time, I said it too. There wasn't one specific day where I logged on to Destiny and went, yep, this game's done. It was way slower than that. Something disappointing would happen, then there would be a new plan, a new push, then some update would come out and people would get excited again, then something else would go wrong. Then there would be layoffs or delays or another promise that the next thing was gonna fix it. And every time I found another reason to hang on because I loved Destiny. The gameplay felt great, the raids were fun, I loved the builds, I loved chasing stupid little damage increases and weird mechanics of how builds worked with certain guns. I loved finding those interactions and trying to figure out how far you could push it. And honestly, I loved having people to play with. That was a huge part of it. Some of the people I played Destiny with were my real life best friends from childhood. I miss playing with them now, and they don't play ESO. And that's one of the things that makes leaving a game harder than people act like it is. You're not just uninstalling software, you're leaving the place where people show up. Eventually I realized I wasn't excited about where the game was going anymore. I was mostly hanging on because everything I had there, my characters, my gear, my channel, my friends, but my friends were slowly logging off and not logging back in. And now Destiny has reached a point where Bungie is done making normal live service content for it. So all the people who said Destiny wasn't dead were technically right for a long time. The problem is, by the time the company finally tells you the game is over, the players usually felt it coming way before that. Now, sometimes your friends and people will follow you to a new game. When I left ESO for Destiny the first time, some of my ESO friends came with me, and that was super fun. But when I came back to ESO, they didn't all come back with me. And that's just how this stuff works. You change games, and the group changes too. I came back to ESO, I found my buddy Hayes again. I met some new friends that I just love playing with, a bunch of people I talk to all the time now. There's more attached to these games than the game itself. And now I'm looking at ESO, a game I came back to because I genuinely thought it had a future. And honestly, I'm having more fun in ESO right now than I've had in a long time. I'm in a couple really fun, really good cores. I have an amazing 4-man group that I love playing with. I'm messing with builds constantly. The channel just went over 3,000 subscribers. For the first time in a long time, my YouTube has felt like it's actually kind of working. If I was bored with ESO, this would be easy. I'm not. I still want to play. I still have stuff I want to do. I still have videos I want to make. I was already planning around the Warden update. I was going to test it, make builds, probably make a ton of videos about that. And now that update is pushed back because so many people are gone. Obviously, my YouTube plans do not matter compared to people losing their jobs. That's not what I mean. It's just made the whole thing feel more real to me. I'm planning around future content that now feels a lot less certain. I'm looking at the people that make the actual content getting cut, the roadmap changing, things are getting pushed back. As a player, how am I supposed to look at that and feel more confident about the future of the game? Maybe they figure it out. I really hope they do. I feel awful for everybody who lost their jobs. I feel awful for the people who are still trying to hold everything together. This is not me blaming the developers who are left, but I've already been the guy saying just wait for the next update. It's not dead yet, and I don't really want to do that again. The thing that scares me the most is not ESO shutting down. Honestly, I think that would be easier to understand. The thing that scares me is that it doesn't shut down. It just slowly gets smaller. Fewer updates, longer waits, less in-game content. Slowly, more people leave. Guild chats get quieter. Groups fall apart. And everybody who stays keeps saying, well, the servers are still up. I'll play till they're dead. Then 2 years go by and I realize I spent 2 more years waiting for the game to become something it was never going to be again, because I've already done that once. I don't know that ESO is definitely on that same path. I hope it isn't. I just know I'm not as willing to ignore the possibility this time. And then people say, just go play another game. I wish it was that easy, especially with MMOs. MMOs are terrible games to casually move your whole friend group into. You don't download it on Friday and everybody's doing the fun stuff together on Saturday. That's just not how it works. Somebody is like a low level. Somebody's probably already played the game for 10 years. Somebody hates questing or whatever, isn't going to do certain content. Somebody looks at the grind and just says, nah. And even if you find a game you love, that doesn't mean everybody else loves it. I'm very much so a co-op team-oriented gamer. I like the social aspect of MMOs. I like builds, I like damage, I like hard content, I like bickering and arguing about whether one setup is doing 2% more damage than another. But most of that is just something for us to do together. The game gives us a reason to get in voice chat. It gives us something to text about when we're not playing. Builds, damage percents, buffs, debuffs, whatever weird, stupid thing somebody found out that week. So yeah, I can go find another game. There are thousands of games, but I'm not just looking for something fun to play. I'm looking for something that gives us a reason to keep getting on voice calls. Something we're still texting about when we're not playing. Something with enough depth that we can keep obsessing over it. Finding another game is easy. Finding another place where that happens is harder. So I'm not quitting ESO. I have a couple prog groups I want to finish out. I have builds I want to test. I have people here I really, really like playing with. I still love the game, but I've already watched one live service game slowly lose its future. And I waited a long time before I admitted that was happening. I know this feeling, and I don't think I'm willing to ignore it this time. So I'm not leaving, I'm just starting to look around. Not for another game, I could find a game anywhere. I'm looking for the next place we all get to keep doing this together. And I don't know where that is yet.